That's when it was really starting to become.
It was starting to transform.
Yeah, into the hip hop I like. Like, I'm not trying to be stupid. Of course, I respect a lot of the OGs from the late 70s, early 80s. But it wasn't like I liked it, but it wasn't more of my music. My music started
late 80s into the 90s.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
80s.
when it started really cracking on.
Correct.
With different styles.
Right.
It wasn't necessarily
just break beats.
It wasn't the disco funk style. It was the initial.
Yep.
Right. It started like breaking down when Molly Mall made the symphony and the rest.
Yep.
And started chopping up them samples.
Yep.
It changed up.
Sure did.
Dude, I think Run-D.M.C was probably the first, because the early 80s, late 70s, a lot of people were trying to be like more showmen,
right?
Like Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, and Run-D.M.C came onto the scene, and they just looked like they were just like down the street hanging out.
What's funny is if you watch this thing called Hip Hop Evolution on Netflix, right? It shows you the evolution, right? In the first hip hop, like, sparks. There was this dude named DJ Cadillac. He was before Sugar Hill. And he would dress up in suits. So a lot of the rappers back then were trying to dress up in suits. And like, they're playing to the disco breaks, right, Bobo?
Yep.
Even there was a picture of Run-D.M.C. dressed up in suits like this because, this was the get down for a heartbeat, right? But then guys like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 start flipping it, and they start changing the dress to like what the funk guys were wearing, like Parliament.
Like Parliament, exactly.
And trying to get that rock star look. Then Run-D.M.C. comes and flips it, and it's them specifically who come with the hood look, like what they were dressing like in Queens and all over New York with the shell-toe Adidas and the Lee jeans and, like the get down. And they flipped it because then when they got on, everybody wanted to like look like Run-D.M.C. And everybody else that was around was like, these fuckers. Because the other guys were trying to look like rock stars, and Run-D.M.C. brought shit back to the hood.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
and some of those guys resented them for that.
Yeah. Because they weren't dressing like that on the street, like Parliament.
No, you ain't walking around in Parliament gear.
You're not walking around like that.
No. Run-D.M.C. took the hood to the stage.
Look at that. That's cold as ice still.
I just wore that chain all the way to the right a couple weeks ago. That was so dope, bro. Literally, so like I got the chills the second it went on. I was like, oh man,
those are the godfathers of hip hop to me. I mean, I know that there's guys before them for sure, the Sparks.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But these guys are the godfathers because they were the ones that showed hip hop could win on a different level,
on a scale,
on a worldwide
scale. Because it wasn't Curtis Blow and it wasn't Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, even though they were a part of that first spark and they were dope. But Run-D.M.C. did something different that opened it up to everybody.
That's right.
Yep.
Dude.
I mean, when I went to the Coliseum, and I know you were at this, so you could pretty much verify this, right? In 1986, when they came to the Coliseum with Houdini and the Beastie Boys, and I think LL Cool J was on it, right? And there was, black kids, Mexican kids, Asian kids, and guess what? White kids up in there.
Hell yeah.
They were taking their chances with us in there, bruh.
Yeah.
They were taking their chances because we were deep.
Beasties was 86.
Yep.
Wow, I thought it was 87. That was 86.
86.
Wow.
It was 86. And it just showed because when Run-D.M.C. came on, I mean, everybody was getting down with him.
Man.
You know what I mean? Even gangbangers, it's like, that was the trip.